Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. My name is Nick.
I'm Ian.
And this week we're going to talk about something that I think has really changed over the last probably 18 months or so. And that is physical store, in-person sales versus online record sales. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you click on the link below and go check out the Vinyl Den Facebook group. I know I say it every episode, but it's just a growing community where we kind of continue this this conversation about music, really in general, because we get CDs and stuff on there. And there was actually some post, I think it was a week or two back, about somebody who was putting 8 tracks on there too. So that's whatever your musical interests are, it's a good place to continue that conversation. Also, make sure you check out the Vinyl Den merch store down below. Also, we get a couple of different shirts, and I think there's some sweatshirts and stuff on there too. Cool. I'm waiting for my shipment. That's why I'm not wearing one yet. But so we got those on there. We also got a Patreon page to check out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, give the episode a thumbs up. What else is supposed to do? Hit the notification bell.
Ding, ding.
So since the beginning of 2020, I think the pandemic has really changed a lot of things, the way we interact every day. And I think it's really impacted the way we buy records. I know it's impacted me because a lot of the stuff I always bought was in person.
Yeah.
Prior to the pandemic, I was going to the record store. Man, there's a lot of times it'd be
a couple times a week
sometimes. But I once everything kind of got shut down and locked down, I think a lot of people kind of transitioned over to buying a lot of stuff online.
Yeah. I was always kind of 50-50. I prefer to buy in person because I like to look around. I'm a shopper. I'm a browser. Yeah. Because I like to just go in and not necessarily have a plan and just go in and pick up a few things that catch my eye.
Yeah.
If you're shopping online, it's you have to be specific. So. Yeah. I prefer to go in store, but I've always had, kind of a, love-hate relationship with Amazon and online shopping. So,
speaking of Amazon, I kind of went back. I think I counted in the last 3 years, I think I'd only bought like 15 records from Amazon, which I know might sound like a lot to a lot of other people, but, when you're averaging, several hundred records a year, 15 is really not just a kind of a small percentage, but I've definitely moved a lot of stuff over to Discogs, which, Discogs, I know there's a lot of people out there that have that mindset of, we really have to be buying everything from the independent record stores, which I agree with. I buy from, Dearborn Music or, there's several of them, of the stores I go to, mainly Dearborn though. I try to get a lot of the stuff, especially like Encore Records in Ann Arbor is another great one too. I try to support those places as much as I can, even if I'm going to pay a couple of extra dollars. Right. But, it's just this new kind of reality that we're living in right now, I think has really kind of changed a lot of that. And I wonder how many people have gone back to their like pre-pandemic buying. So I guess drop us a comment down below and let us know kind of where you're at. Have you kind of gone back to what you were doing before, or have you kind of stuck with it? Because like I was saying though, when you go on Discogs and even on Amazon, there's a lot of those small independent record stores they're selling that way just kind of to kind of survive.
Right.
So yeah, a lot of the record stores out there, a lot of the independent record stores, there were some that unfortunately probably closed during the pandemic. But a lot of them had to change the way they're doing business, I think, to really survive.
Well, Dearborn, I think they sold through their own website.
Which Dearborn Music has always had a really good online sales presence.
But they also have a Discogs store. And most of the stuff I've bought from Discogs specifically has been from brick and mortar stores. It's come because I prefer to buy new stuff. I only buy used stuff if it's something I can't find brand new. So I try to buy, sealed, brand new things, and you're generally going to get that from from the online, the brick and mortar's online version. Discogs.
So because there's a lot of those stores that if they didn't have a big online presence before the pandemic,
they've had to create one.
They've definitely had to create one. I know I've seen a lot of stores even, early on in the pandemic when everything was kind of shut down. They were even starting like GoFundMes and things like that to kind of help bridge that gap. Right. And I think a lot of those stores have created that online presence since then to kind of push them through all that. And that's going to be the interesting thing moving forward, at least for a lot of those independent record stores, is how much of their business is going to be split now between online sales and physical in-person sales.
I have a feeling it's probably going to shift mostly back to physical sales, just because I think most people miss going out.
Oh, absolutely.
Even if they weren't big on it before, because they haven't been able to, they're going to want to go out more.
Yeah.
So there could be I don't know if it'll stay that way, but I think initially, once everything's truly done and over with, I think you're going to see a boost in brick and mortar sales.
Yeah. So another interesting thing is, with everything that went on in 2020, as far as like lockdowns and everything, you would think record sales would actually shrink. But according to MCR data, which is what Nielsen used to be, what it used to be Nielsen, now it's MCR data, the report from the end of 2020 actually showed that vinyl actually made up 27% of all albums sold last year.
That makes sense.
Which, like I said, you would think with everything that was going on that number would actually have been lower than that. So I was kind of surprised by that.
To me, it makes sense because people are spending more, ordering more, and because they're stuck at home, they're going to, when they would normally buy records anyway, it's because of the ease of online buying. It makes sense. It doesn't surprise me that much.
I guess when you put it like that, I guess that makes sense. So I guess moving forward, I wonder if that number is going to go even higher this year.
Well, if you calculate adding in physical sales to the online sales that we had from 2020.
Yeah. Well, that 27% was from all record sales.
Right, but what I'm saying is now that because there'll be the options will expand.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I know, at least for myself, I have gone back to buying more in person, but I'm not nearly what I was doing last year, or I guess in 2019, I'd say, where I was going multiple times a week. And I think a lot of that is because I buy not a whole lot, but I do buy quite a few used albums.
Right.
And I haven't seen the used albums for sale that I was seeing before. So I wonder if there's more people that are kind of sitting on stuff at home and waiting for the market in their mind to come back around before they try to sell some of that stuff. But like I said, I just haven't seen a lot of that used stuff out there.
I think it could just be it's kind of been depleted. Anyone who was going to get rid of their records already has.
Yeah. Or the ones that are sitting on them think they're sitting on a gold mine, and they don't want to sell them for anything less than $75 an album for some common Elvis Presley album.
Right. Yeah, Elvis Presley albums aren't really that sought after, are they?
Some of them are, but if you go,
Dearborn Music won't even take them.
They do now.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, I've seen more of them lately. Yeah. But I know if you go to like any yard sale,
you're going to see a bunch of Elvis.
You'll see a lot of that stuff that you're like, hey, I can buy this for $5 at the record store, but you want $25 for it because you think it's worth more than it really is.
And your copy's water damaged because it's been in the basement.
I've seen that also.
Yeah, me too.
I've seen that at antique stores where they got like some used Lionel Richie album that's got water stains and everything on it, and they want $17 for it, which
My dad actually has a friend who has some records, and he had told him about the show and everything, and he sent him this guy sent my dad some pictures of some of the records that he has.
Yeah,
and they look like they were like run over by a truck.
That's great.
And he's like, "Do you think these are worth anything?" And my dad's like, "I don't know." Honestly, I don't even know what they were. I didn't recognize
any of it.
Well, there were a couple of them I couldn't even recognize what it said.
Oh no, that's terrible.
But I didn't recognize any of the covers. So,
well, that's all we got for you today, guys. Thanks for checking the show out. I don't know. Drop us a comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. Have you kind of gone back to buying more in person? Have you never really bought anything online? I don't know. Just let us know where you guys are at in that kind of process.
Or if you found it just so convenient to go online that you don't want to go back.
I'm sure there's some people out there that will probably stay with buying online, especially since, like I said, you can go on Dearborn Music's website, and just as long as you spend $30, it's free shipping in the U.S. And today, pretty much any new album is going to be almost $30. So, it's really easy to kind of meet that threshold. So when you got online sales like that, I mean, it's kind of hard to. Obviously, I'm of the mindset of I like to go to the store. Yeah. I like to flip through the bins. I like to hunt for those rare albums. But if you're somebody that just loves, what you listen to or know what you want, and you can just buy it online from your favorite record store, really.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, as long as you're still kind of supporting the brick and mortar, I mean, that's kind of the most important thing. Cause even if you're fully an online buyer, you don't really want those stores to go away.
No, absolutely not. But I don't know. Let us know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the episode, give us the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. And that's all we got. Until next time.
Talk to y'all later.
Keep on spinning. Peace.